What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Country Cast. Bailey Zimmerman is one of country music's fastest rising stars today. Bailey started out on the ever-so-popular social media platform TikTok, where he shared his first original songs, and he has now garnered 1.8 million followers on the platform, and only after just a few short years, the genre-bending artist has gained over 6.2 million monthly listeners alone on Spotify. Zimmerman has fell right into the hearts of country music fans with his raw, gritty, and raspy-sounding vocals along with his pure and genuine songwriting abilities. I mean, to be able to produce a sound that sounds as if Hinder Seether and Morgan Wallen were all mixed into one and had a baby, it's pretty damn special. Almost damn near perfect, if you ask me. And before we get into our video for today, I just want to say thank you to all of our supporters out there and to those that returned but are not yet subscribed. If you could please help us out and subscribe, it would help us out so much. Thank you. Now, getting back to it, 2022 was such an incredible year for Bailey, selling out pretty much all of his shows on his first ever headlining tour, breaking into the top 10 on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart 3 times with his singles Fall in Love, Where It Ends, and Rock in a Hard Place. He also smashed records this past year, with his Leave the Light On EP becoming the highest streamed all-genre debut album of 2022 and becoming the largest streaming country music debut. And of course, how could we not mention it? Bailey Zimmerman has already made his Grand Ole Opry debut. Now, this is just the beginning for Bailey. The future is really bright, and 2023 is already gearing up to be a bigger year than 2022 for Zimmerman. In 2023, he will be opening for Morgan Wallen on Wallen's massive One Night at a Time tour, which kicks off March 15th out in New Zealand and finishes in October out in Tacoma, Washington. Now, this tour is not only massive in regard to the ticket sales and the fact that it will be a world tour, but other acts include Ernest, Hardy, and Parker McCollum. Ernest will be there for all of the dates along with Bailey, while Hardy and Parker will be on select dates. Talk about a lineup, and just really cool for Morgan to recognize Bailey's talents, his success, and Zimmerman's team and Morgan's team getting together and making this happen to bring him along for the ride. And when Bailey got word that he would be hitting the road with one of country's biggest stars, he became emotional. Bailey Zimmerman spoke about how he felt when he got the news in a recent interview with Good Morning America and said, "I played my first arena show with Brooks and Dunn, and afterwards I got in the car to go to Chicago. And my managers called me, and they're like, hey, we got some crazy stuff. We had to turn down this one tour, and it was like one of my favorite artists. And I was like, why? Why'd we turn it down?" He said, "Because Morgan Wallen's going to take you out on tour next year." And I just started crying. My whole band, we started crying because it's like, man, this is why we work so hard, and we work day and night writing these songs and doing all this stuff. So it's gonna be a crazy year. I'm really excited. Really happy for Bailey, his band, and his team for getting this. And if you are going to one of Morgan's shows this year, you will not want to miss Bailey Zimmerman. Bailey also plans to kick off 2023 by performing on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest, and this too is a blessing for the riser. Bailey told Good Morning America in that same interview, "It's so insane, man. It's like 2 years ago I couldn't afford my truck payment, and now I'm like on TV. I'm just blessed. It's crazy." Bailey's success is extremely well-deserved. And real quick before we head out, Morgan Wallen even spoke about how he is there to help Bailey with all of his successes as well. Not too long ago, Wallen co-hosted Country Countdown USA, where he said, "This is a kid, I think that just with the way he's rising and the way he's blowing up, that he's someone who will probably need that." Speaking of help there. He continues and says, "I told him that I'd be that for him if he wants it. It's cool just to see a little small town kid, kind of like myself, come and start making some noise in the town and all around the country. I'm proud of him and looking forward to seeing what he does." Well, Morgan, he will get a taste of that right in person during this upcoming tour. Again, congrats to Bailey, who's from Louisville, Illinois, small town kid making big, big waves. And Wallens' One Night at a Time tour is going to be a must-see event in 2023. If you haven't, be sure to check out Bailey Zimmerman's new song, To Gettin Gone, which is out now on all platforms. Guys, thank you for tuning in today. That will be all for CountryCast.